Chapter number 42, Hiring and Firing Do's and Don'ts. Dr. Nick loved his chiropractic practice, but this morning he dreaded his drive to work. For months he'd needed to fire his front desk CA, but hadn't. This wasn't the first time Nick had trouble letting someone go. In fact, he had a pattern. He hired in a hurry and scrimped on training. When he was lucky, the new employee would catch on and hang in there. More often, the situation soured, and he found himself paying a person who needed to go. It got worse. Nick also had trouble giving employees encouragement or correction. Eventually, their mistakes made him angry, and he would end up hating their work, but unable to fire them. He'd tell himself the following: "It's my fault. I haven't trained her like I should have. Patients are crazy about him. She used to do great work. Who'd do the job if I fired him? Can't fire her today. We're too busy. I'll give him one more chance." Deep down, he knew that these were excuses, but he didn't have the skill to face the problem today. Nick's not alone. This story is repeated every day in chiropractic practices around the world. Why is firing a person so hard? You hire people when there's work to do and say goodbye when they can't or won't do the work. It sounds simple, doesn't it? It isn't. In fact, hiring, managing, and firing people is the biggest stressor in an established practice. If you're a practice owner, you'll always be hiring or firing someone. My advice is get used to it and get good at it. My epiphany. Years ago, I owned 5 busy practices, a marketing company, and 5 Star, my management and consulting company. I was literally hiring and firing on a weekly basis. I remember the point when I suddenly understood that the comings and goings of employees were normal. Letting someone go wasn't personal. We just weren't a good fit. Firing wasn't fun, but if I fired well, everyone felt better. Maybe not immediately, but soon. This realization allowed me to hire and fire with a clearer head and very little negative emotion. I'm guessing you're better at staff development than our fictional Dr. Nick, but sooner or later, you'll need to let someone go. Here are the guidelines I still use today to make the process of hiring and firing easier on everyone. Hiring. You'd like to have the right person do great work for a long time, so hire well. Number 1, define the work you want done in a clear job description with a complete checklist of each task for the position. This will make it easier to find your next superstar. Number 2, when I hire CAs, I begin with a group informational meeting where I save time by explaining the job and team standards to between 4 and 12 prospects at a time. I administer written tests and follow with private interviews to select our finalist. Number 3, I invite the top 1 or 2 applicants back for a working interview where they observe and participate in a paid job audition. Do they engage? After 2 hours, are they still excited to step into the position? How will they work with us and our patients? I check all references, Google each applicant's name, check their social media profiles, and run a formal background check. As a final selector, I use Nordstrom's axiom: hire the smile, train the skill. I look more for potential than experience and seek to hire the rising star who I can train in my systems and my procedures. I never hire someone who would have an uncomfortably long commute, or a person who used to earn more than I'm offering, or someone who's had 3 or more jobs in the last 2 years. Hot tip: you can increase your chances of a good hire by putting your new employee into a comprehensive training program. Firing. When should you fire an employee? I've never met an employer who felt they fired a problem employee too early, and most people will say that they fired too late. If you think it might be time, it usually is. Example number 1, the nice, friendly person who can't do the work. You've given them their 12th chance. Not all people can do this kind of work, and if the job is beyond a person's capability, let them go. The right person can do the work easily. Example number 2, the person who won't do the work, the one with the attitude. It's definitely time to bid this employee farewell. Life's too short to work with people looking for an argument. You'll be amazed what patients will tell you about this person after they're gone. Example number 3, the employee you catch telling lies, cheating, or stealing. They need to be let go ASAP. You may even need to contact the police, but check with your attorney first. If you start to notice examples number 1 and number 2, try to first make the relationship work with extra training, verbal warnings, and written warnings. However, when you know it's not going to work, let them go. Keeping bad employees, even if they're nice people, can demotivate your team and make the practice miserable for everyone. When it's time to fire, use these guidelines. Number 1, fire when the time is right for you, whether that's at the end of the month, week, or typically the end of the person's shift. Number 2, set the stage for the termination meeting. Gina, at the end of your shift, meet me in my office, please. Number 3, have another staff person act as witness at the termination to protect your position. Number 4, never make a firing personal. If you're angry you waited too long, never give a fired employee reason to seek revenge. Number 5, keep it short and sweet. Gina, I need a different result in our marketing program, and I've decided to rehire your position. I'm letting you go effective immediately. Would you like me to explain why? They usually know why. I'm sure you'll do well somewhere, and I wish you the best. Brittany will take your key and help you with your things. Hot tip, before they're out of the parking lot, change all their passwords and never, and I mean never, hire them back. Make no exceptions. Don't badmouth a fired employee to remaining staff. It's beneath you. You may need to scramble to fill a position, but that's a smaller problem than letting a bad employee linger, and I promise your drive to the office will be more pleasant again, except for the traffic.